Well, singer Kesha, she's been denied a legal request to be released from a recording contract with a man that she alleges actually raped her beginning in 2005. Dr. Luke, who, as he's known, his real name is Lukasz Sebastian Gottwald. She says in the lawsuit that Dr. Luke supplied her with drugs and alcohol before making sexual advances towards her. The abuse beginning soon after she signed with him in 2005. She was 18 years old at the time, Nick, and she claims that Dr. Luke gave her sober pills during a drinking session. She woke up later naked in his bed, unable to recall how she got there. She took this before Judge Shirley Kornreich, who denied her motion for a preliminary injunction. Basically, she doesn't have any standing. She has to stay with Kemosabe Records, which is owned by Sony. She's locked into that contract. 6 additional albums she has to make with them before she's released. Her career is basically over. What do you say to this?
Well, it's a tough situation for Kesha because that's not the kind of environment you want to be artistic in, right? When you're not comfortable, you can't let it all out. So it's like, for her, this is like the worst situation possible. Like you said, it could threaten her entire career, and that's messed up. Basically because you can't prove, right, in court that any of those things actually happened. I'm talking about Kesha here, so it's like
from a decade ago.
Right. So on the other side, they can be saying like, well, maybe you just want to get out of this crappy contract that you signed when you were very young. Perhaps you did get raped by this man, and now you're kind of using that. So I'm in no way saying that her statements are not true. Like most people, I'm quick to take her side on that. But at the same time, there's no way for her to prove that. So that's why this is such a messed up situation for her.
She said that she met this producer. He encouraged her to drop out of high school. She turned 18 years old. She said that the sexual advances began after her 18th birthday, and he's firing back, saying that that he's invested $60 million in her career, that he's made her. You know, when I read that statement and listened to the attorneys argue his claim, if you will, it sounds like he thinks he owns her. That's what I got from this.
He kind of does, though, and now they have the power to make sure she can't record music anymore.
Right, that's exactly right. Well, her mom sat with her as that verdict was announced. She was seen sobbing. 119,000 people have signed a petition for the head of Sony Records to actually let her out of this contract. Right now, the judge in Manhattan says she has no standing. She has to stay in. And the allegation on hand is that Kesha was actually raped, sexually assaulted by somebody that she's now forced to either work with or be around. That hostile environment we covered on the lip today. A similar case about a Harvard University student who is now suing the school because of a similar instance where she said that she had to be around her attacker. Same case, much more fame, much more money involved, but it looks like the contract with Sony is going to stand.